We're here on a Mexico City rooftop. We're authentic. That's why we're hearing sirens. We're hearing mariachi bands and shit behind us. That's why you're going to hear some noise. I know you're going to fucking complain about it anyway. But just so you know, it's authentic Mexican culture. It's a fucking loud place. You know what I mean? You're in a hotel. You're hearing shit next door, you know? Authentic Mexican experience here.
It's controversial.
Having that guy around is the best thing that ever happened to the squad.
If you have the right mix of autism and steroids.
All these pundits and whatnot, a lot of people doubting me, you know.
I don't want to fucking have a conversation while I'm showering, you know? Like, the hobby I do is already so gay.
You are now listening to the El Segundo podcast with Craig Jones.
El Segundo podcast, number
32.
32.
Yep.
With Karate Combat CEO, CFO,
CEO, President.
El Presidente.
El Presidente, yeah. We actually had a ton of cocaine here as a prop, but we did it all before we could fucking kick it off, eh?
It's been a wild time so far, right? And I think you've only been here like a few hours.
I've done a lot, yeah. It's been a big day. It's been a big day on the heart.
Definitely.
The altitude as well. But we're here 2 days out. 2 days out.
Definitely.
Karate Combat.
Now let me ask you, are you prepared for this altitude?
No.
I'm not
okay.
You're out of breath coming up the stairs.
I'm not prepared for sea level, let alone fucking... how many meters high are we? Or feet?
I mean, this is like 7,000 feet up.
That's pretty fucking high. Yeah.
I mean, not to make you, I'm sure you're not going to get nervous anyways, but, you know, I came out here 3 weeks ago. You know, I was living in a village, you know, showering with hot buckets of water. It's insane, right? With my fighters. I have a fighter fighting in the UFC this weekend. Now, we were here 3 weeks early. The first couple sparrings, the guys turned white in 2 minutes. It was such an underperformance that I actually texted my wife and I said, hey, look, we need to pull these guys out. They're both going to get knocked the fuck out. Like, this is not going to work. So, seeing that you came 2 days out, you know, your opponent came 2 days out also.
If Philip Rowe turns white, we're in trouble, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, he's out of Florida, so he's definitely sea level, so pretty even.
I mean, I've spent a lot of time high. I don't know if I've spent a lot of time at altitude, but maybe there's some crossover effect.
Who knows, man?
We'll find out, eh?
Definitely. Do you have any ideas of, by the way, I know you've been thinking about this for a while, how to use the pit walls, anything that can make jiu-jitsu a little more dynamic in the pit?
I mean, yeah, we're going to find out. I don't want to, because we're going to drop this early. I don't want to throw the secrets away.
Yeah, don't give it away. Okay, I got you.
The pit wall, yeah. I mean, we're going for some highlight reel shit either way. And in my pursuit of that, maybe I get highlight reel, but it's for the greater good.
Exactly. Either way, jiu-jitsu grows, karate combat grows, and we all grow, right?
Yep, and my bank account lowers when I spend it at the after party, you know what I mean? Whether we win or lose, we're going down.
But you know what's weird about this event, or what's strange about this event, and one thing about it is after your podcast, which absolutely went viral, it was spectacular, and you're one of obviously the main inspirations to do this, right? You brought a whole new viewership. We decided the word bizarre is something I want to hit every event. So we hired top 2 rap artists, Mexican rap artists, to perform at this event. So you will save money. Your bank account will be safe. You got free drink, free food, and you got a rap artist performing for you. So you'll have a great time for the after party at the event.
I'm fucking ready. I got to compete a week after this, but I'm fucking ready.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
I put my body on the line for both of them.
I forgot about that.
I did 2 weeks sober for this one. Do 1 week for Lovato.
You're nuts. Okay, awesome, great.
Talk about bizarre. Are you having the alien ladies? Because that's what sold me.
This time I didn't have the alien lady, so I apologize for that. But we're gonna make it up with mariachi bands and Mexican rap and tacos, and it's gonna be great, man.
Those girls had a full schedule. We couldn't get them down. You know what I mean?
Look, you founded Mexican Ground Karate. How long ago?
Oh, I mean, I stole it off Reddit, but Then I put a patent on it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Trademarked it.
This system is brand new, Mexican Ground Karate, and the fact that you haven't competed in Mexico, have you yet?
One time against Cowboy Cerrone.
All right, but this is the real Mexican Ground Karate debut. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's what we got to do it. So, no alien twerking, but sombreros, tacos, mariachi bands.
Makes up for it.
100%. Look, you've got my mariachi pants right now.
I see that, man. That's some
Those are
swag.
nice, eh?
Yeah, man. I got my karate combat fucking pendant.
They also look warm. You're committed to the.
I'm committed. My balls are fucking drenched.
Nah, you'll take care of that.
I'm also committed to the all black.
Oh, beautiful.
Black. Me, shirtless. Bells, I don't know.
Festive, man.
Bell necklace. You were talking about pearls are in.
Pearls are in, diamonds are out. I wasted a lot of money on this, but it is what it is. My brother, I have a younger brother. He's 18.
Mm-hmm.
He's all about the pearls. He's big into the pearls, and he makes fun of me all the time with all this diamond stuff. Like, what are you doing, man?
I just see something I think that's pretty gay. I'm going to wear it ironically, and then it turns out people like it, eh?
Well, I mean, that's the number one deterrent as far as who's a good martial artist. I think you mentioned that today.
Best
right?
base for MMA,
Yeah, as far
people were surprised at my shadowboxing skills.
Yeah.
No joke, besides your hips cracking during your spinning back kick, your shadowbox skills were phenomenal. The guard pulling as the finisher, that's what
the
it
finisher,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
that doesn't intimidate you, that will. You know what I mean?
I definitely got to actually make a video of that. Finish him and you just pull guard.
People say, would you pull guard in a street fight? And I'm like, that might make the other guy so uncomfortable that it actually works. He's just like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Definitely, I can see that working for sure.
Did you see the photo shoot? Like that? Have you seen the photos from the actual photo shoot?
No, I haven't seen them.
You're gonna get some good stuff on
Really?
that. Yeah. He's
Really?
The guard pull, it's in. You're gonna see it.
The leg split, everything.
No. Grabbing the big toe too.
it's happening.
Okay, sure.
We did the open legs.
This is great. But you know what? That's what makes this so fun. Because everyone honestly, they're trying to be the tough guy in the martial arts, and that's just so whack, man. It's nice to just like make it part of your lifestyle and enjoy the journey. So I love what you're doing.
I don't know who did the interview today.
You had a fucking guy who was.
Yeah, you did the interview. He was shocked at my honesty.
No, definitely. No, the director absolutely loved it, Alex, for sure.
Alex, what did he say? He said, he goes, I've never seen someone so honest before.
If you don't know, I mean, Alex, he's a phenomenal director, and what's hard is many times, unfortunately, in combat sports, you guys know this, athletes aren't the greatest on the mic and camera for some reason. They're very shy about that. They can fight, but they're not good on the camera. You were a pleasure to work with. That's what he was saying. You're just dropping gold. So you don't have to edit much, huh?
I'm the opposite to that other guy that was screaming today. Hey, that guy was fucking intense.
I don't know, but he's like that in daily life. This guy just screams all the time.
I was like, fucking, he's got the bag connect, like that's the guy I want to talk to.
I'm walking in the hotel lobby and this guy's just screaming. I'm jumping out of my seat. It's nuts.
We're in the elevator like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we're hearing something. I thought it was coming from fucking Seth's bedroom. The man he brought over. I don't know.
No, he's wild, man. And then with this karate combat thing, like you said on that podcast about the whole, man, it's an 80s movie, and that's why now I'm really pushing that, because you kind of funneled my thoughts in a direction. I'm like, holy crap, it's so true. It happened by accident, and I got to keep running with that. Dean Thomas, he's involved with karate combat now. He's big into UFC, and
Legend.
he's helping. Yeah, he's been a mentor of mine lately and helping me out with the organization. He made me super nervous last event. He said, look, you killed it in Vegas. Benson Anderson, Anthony Pettis was amazing.
That was sick.
But you could be a one-hit wonder. If you don't kill your second event, people are going to be like, he got lucky that one time. So I'm like, how am I going to kill the second event? And you didn't come, but I really chose...
Was I? I was fucking overseas.
Yeah, you were overseas. I think you were with Volk somewhere. But you weren't able to make it. But I actually designed the whole thing in this random way because of you, because I wanted to just make you laugh and shock you. So we threw this event at my mom's house, right?
Oh, yes.
Now, the first event in Vegas, I did a promo on a private jet and all fancy and shit. Then for this one, I asked my mom permission to throw a party. That was the promo, and we just made it so funny. Yeah. And the idea was to get you there and be like, holy shit, I'm in Awesome's mom's house. Rick Ross is here on the throne. And there's a bunch of guys fighting. It was just the most awkward thing in the world. I really wanted that reaction.
That would be funny if you're like, fuck, Rick Ross at my mom's house.
It was a concern. Rick Ross loved hanging out with my mom. It was funny. He didn't want to talk much to me or anybody else, but my mom, oh my God, he took pictures with. He absolutely loved. It was just such a great vibe.
I'd be like, that's enough, Rick Ross. Stay the fuck away from my mom, please.
You had quite the lineup.
Of all the women in the world, you
had the Island Boys getting dropped by a 10-year-old. That was fucking awesome.
No, it was just, I don't know what it is about karate combat that's just like viral city.
Yeah.
Everything that happens there just goes viral. It's crazy. So that house party was nuts. We had, like 7 or 8 police cars show up to break up the thing, which was terrifying. We stalled them out. We were able to have the show. During the show, you barely saw me on the broadcast because I had to do crazy things. You don't understand. The ambulance got stuck on the grass. So the fights couldn't continue. So there was like a 20-minute delay of no fights. Nobody knows why. I fucking ran outside with my fighters and started shoving with my bare hands this ambulance off the grass. And then finally we could restart the show. So I'm just drenched in sweat, just like pissed off, you know, at the show. But nobody knows. I mean, it went so well. Everyone loved it. But behind the scenes to get that done was nuts. It was insane. Oh, Jesus Christ. The worst part about it, you guys are going to love this. So did you guys know 50 Cent and Rick Ross have beef?
I didn't know that, no.
I had no freaking idea. So listen to this. The fucking DJ, all respect to DJ Nasty, but he couldn't get his equipment working because of some weird issues with the house. So it's not his fault. So some random dude starts playing stuff on Spotify, right? He plays fucking 50 Cent.
What
Rick
song?
Ross.
What song?
Okay, I don't know. Fucking it's your birthday or some shit. I have no idea. But Rick Ross gets up immediately and tells his manager, I want to leave. And I'm like, oh my God. So I get a group text and it's like, Rick Ross is leaving early. And I'm like, holy shit, what happened? Okay, 50 Cent, and I'm pretending I know this, right? I'm like, you guys didn't know 50 Cent has beef with him? I just go off on my team. I'm like, turn that shit off. It's Rick Ross for the whole night. I just flip off on everybody. You know, but he ended up staying. He loved the show. He got on the broadcast. He spoke about the fighters. He took the fighters back as well and spoke to them and gave them words of inspiration. So Rick Ross was a G.
What does Rick Ross say to inspire fighters? That's what I want to hear.
That's actually a good point, right?
I want that in my corner.
I'm sure he could hype somebody up.
Yeah,
it's Rick Ross.
See, the idea is, and you know, I think fighters understand this. The casual fan may not understand why we have Rick Ross there. So just the thing, it wasn't only because of your bizarre comments that inspired me to bring Rick Ross. He has a key to the city of Miami.
Yeah, he's a South Florida legend.
So like, if I'm throwing a Miami house party, I have to have Rick Ross on a throne. It's hilarious.
Now you've told me that if I compete in Florida for you guys, I'm coming out to many men.
Oh, oh my God, that would be terrible, man. But look, I wish you guys were there, man. I hung him up like Shang Tsung. You ever play Mortal Kombat?
Fucking chair, right?
You know how that throne, Shang Tsung sitting there watching these guys fight? That's what we did with Rick Ross. It was hilarious, man. Everything was so poetic.
He should be the judge for a TKO, you know? He's like, nah.
Okay, so it was for contracts. Each fight was for a contract. And we actually discussed that. Like, if they should point at me and I should do one of these, I didn't have my heart, man. I didn't have the heart to do that to an athlete. Like, that would break my heart, man. So I didn't do it, man. I did it behind the scenes, whoever got the contract.
You got to do it anyway, though.
Yeah, I did it anyways. Yeah. But I just couldn't do it in their face in front of everybody. You know? One thing actually, you guys were really great. So I said this off air, I'll say this right now. Both of you guys really helped my gym in the beginning. You know, you collabed with my posts in the beginning. I own the GOATSHED, right? We're the most viral MMA team right now. We do crazy controversial stuff. You helped me so much promote the gym. And Craig, you were out there doing a seminar for me when I first started. You know, so you guys really helped build my name into that realm and bring an audience to me, you know? I have no idea where I was going with that, but I'll just say thank you. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that.
Not many people thank us.
Full circle. Yeah. Now at a rooftop, Mexico City, promoting karate combat, Craig versus Phil Rowe, you know?
Yeah,
Can't get better than that.
Definitely. For sure.
And Joel Miyao on there as well, Ricky Simon.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a problem. Your presence is kind of drowning out the rest of the card. You know, everyone's very excited about you. You know,
it was the shadow boxing that did it.
Yeah, that's what. There was a spinning hook kick and your hip cracking. But definitely, like you've just gotten so much attention. But you finished all the coke, right? Okay, just making sure.
You don't have to worry about me doing that.
Dude, but we got to clear the air. You're not the guy who offered Paulo or Joao $1,000 to compete because everybody thinks it's.
Wait, can you explain that to me? I saw the
promotion.
Not official, but I'm
allegedly a promotion.
Don't sue me.
It's like, hey, come out, compete. We'll pay you $1,000, and obviously that's disrespectful to a guy like that. Accolades like that. So this is the first match that's been announced for him in a long time, nonetheless. But then since it's this, people are like, oh, it must be karate combat. That offered him $1,000. I was like, no, it was not karate.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't want that reputation at all, man.
Yeah. So for the record, it wasn't you.
It was IBJJF.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly IBJJF. That's what we'll go with. But now I remember what we were talking about. When I was speaking and thanking you guys for my gym, I have a unique perspective here because, yes, I'm president of Karate Combat, but I'm also a coach, right? I have 34 pros. And just so you guys know, I don't know if you remember this, but we house 15 fighters inside the gym. We feed them 3 meals a day, 5 days a week. You know, I sponsor them. We take care of them. We fly around the world and have camps. So they're my heart, you know? being a president, it's crazy because situations like that I would never do.
Of course,
and
yeah.
that would break my heart if anyone thought it was me, because I know what it's like to be a fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've slept in the gym with my fighters. I've microwaved my meals. I've showered with hot buckets of water in the village. Like, this is my life, and I see the dark side of fighting, and I live it with my fighters.
Yeah.
So I would never treat a fighter that way. I know what it's like for a fighter not to have a fight. You know, I have athletes, if they don't have a fight, if they're not active, they end up in a very bad place. They end up doing not so great things, you know? They have to keep fighting. They have to let go of their demons in different ways. So, definitely, I would never offer a guy like João $1,000. IBJF, that's terrible.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that went
Allegedly,
viral. Yeah, that went viral. When
I mean, rightly so, man. That guy's been competing.
He's given up his legs to the sport.
Yeah.
He's just said, "Hey, just break my legs." He's done that. He deserves more than 1,000.
Definitely.
I got a lot of kickback when that got posted with that. You know, he got offered that. I was like, shit, that's crazy, bro. That's fucked up. But
no, it's heartbreaking, man. You know, a lot of these fighters, we're sort of I would say the UFC of striking, right? Of striking organizations. So people can make a real career here. A lot of organizations in the combat sports world, as far as like punching and kicking go, you want to fight and then hop to UFC.
Yeah.
In karate combat, if you sign with karate combat, you never have to hop anywhere as a striker. You don't have to go to Glory or anywhere else. You can make a real career and living here, and I definitely want to be known for that, to take care of our athletes, 100%.
So how'd you get involved becoming the president of the promotion, bro?
Yeah, you guys this story's the coolest one. So I don't think you guys know this. So there's an athlete from Pakistan. He was living in the mountains.
He trains you.
Yeah, he trains. He's my student.
Yeah.
So I was a coach, okay? This athlete in Pakistan, he lived in a small village, 9 people in one house on the floor, no beds. Electricity would go out for days. Yeah. You had to walk 2 miles to get some water from a well. Like a crazy life, right? He went into the city and found our viral videos. My wife is a contract attorney and a manager for fighters. He became a managed athlete for my wife, and I told my wife, don't invest in this guy. You're just never going to bring him. You're not going to bring a guy from the mountains of Pakistan to America. It'll never happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. Anyways, she got him here. She invested her whole retirement fund into bringing him here, and she didn't even tell me that. When she got him here and she told me that, I was so proud of her, because I'm willing to bury myself for my athletes. I truly am. You know what I mean? That I'd do anything for my athletes. And the fact that she did that, it put me in tears. She's like me too. And I'm like, okay, let's run with this kid. He came to the gym and he was terrible. Yeah. I was shocked, man. And I'm like, babe, this guy's gonna get murdered, you know? And then he's praying 5 times a day. He's eating halal. Meanwhile, my Cubans outside are drinking beer on a tire, like getting drunk before sparrings. Yeah. And I'm like, this guy's not gonna survive in America. This is never gonna happen. I don't know how this guy did it. He had one fight in karate combat, and this is what made me fall in love with karate combat. Karate combat changed his life forever. He went so viral, so many views, that stadiums filled in Pakistan to watch him compete live from that day on. That's amazing. Every fight he had stadiums. We signed a TV deal in Pakistan purely because of him. And this kid's life completely flipped. Like, I'm talking about, he's making great money.
When's karate combat going to Pakistan?
It has to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It has to happen. I can't wait to introduce you guys to this kid. He's such a humble, wonderful person. So anyways, what happened is this. Karate Combat originally didn't want to sign him. You know, I was just a coach. Yeah. They didn't believe in him. I said, guys, I will help blow him up. I'm good at marketing. He will do it. We're doing it. Just trust me. After one fight, they said, wait a minute. You blew up this kid's career from the mountains of Pakistan with no name. Yeah. If you were president, could you do this for the rest of our fighters? What would happen if we brought your skills and you just promoted all of our fighters? So I started as a social media manager for 2 days. And on the 3rd day, the founder came to me and said, do you want to be president? And I said, run it. Let's go.
Dude, crazy story, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately for the former president, he was there for 6 years, but fortunate for me, you know, so I'm really happy about it, you know?
Yeah. Fuck, that's crazy. What
He's
else?
in the comments not so happy.
Oh, really? Yeah. You know what Karate Combat needs would be the biggest karate fight of all time. Me versus Gabi Garcia.
How do we set that up, man? I would love to see that.
She belongs in a pit, if you know what I mean. And I'm the one to take her there.
I don't know. I don't have the guts to be. You're right. You know, like a lot of people compare Karate Combat to Mortal Kombat, right? Yeah. Do you guys ever remember Goro from Mortal Kombat? You know, he had 4 arms. He's a monster. It's just kind of like, kind of similar with the ponytail.
She'll do it, bro. She'll fucking do it.
Dude, if you're down for it, let's run it.
Down. How are we going to get her out of the pit afterwards, though?
There's actually been a match.
If the ambulance got stuck on the grass, you You know what I'm saying? That's a tough fucking.
So let me tell you guys something. You guys this is terrible, right? So the pit is genius. I didn't come up with that. That was the founders. They're just such creative, wonderful dudes, and they came up with this pit idea. But in the beginning, the pit didn't open. The only way to get out of it was you had to climb up the pit, right? So guys would get knocked out. And they couldn't make it up the pit. So they had to come up with these like weird custom ladders and forklifts to get these sleeping, in comatose men just out of the pit. It was very violent, terrible. Finally, they came up with the idea to just make a door and open it up. And now, you can guide them out on a stretcher. But it was pretty funny, man. They're getting stuck in the pit. There's a match that was stuck there for 15, 20 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he just couldn't stand.
Dang.
Sounds very violent.
Well,
very morbid. I apologize. I just killed the vibe. But.
Karate Combat. This is 44 this weekend. Karate Combat 100. Craig, Gabi, main event. Sell it.
I would love it.
That's it.
Wait, it's 44, and I might be dead by 100. I'm not sure I'll make it to 100, bro.
We're gonna have to speed shit up then.
Definitely. I mean, I'll tell you a couple things that we have planned. Okay, so. Okay, how can I do this? I can't be too specific. I have to be broad. I was told to be broad about this. We have a huge event. It will be the biggest in the history of our organization in Dubai.
Oh, shit.
I can't release the date. Fuck it. Beep it out. The date will be, it'll be even cooler. Nobody will know. I believe is our date for the biggest event we've ever thrown in Dubai. We partnered with the Dubai Tourism Board, DT, and all that stuff. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a movie. And Dubai does it big.
Yep, of course.
You know what I mean? So I don't know how the hell what we can do, but if we could come up with some big ideas, that would be huge. Shit! Wait! Don't get arrested.
Well, yeah,
That's different laws over there. Don't do that.
So I've heard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I tried to go on some sites in Dubai. I wasn't allowed. We'll cut that out too.
Man, that sounds sick, dude.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great, man. We have Karate Combat before only used to have about 6 events a year. I'm not really sure why they had that planned, but I'm trying to go ham. I'm doing 1 event a month, so I'm just going ham right now. Yeah, definitely.
I remember when the UFC was the same. It was like not that many fights.
Yep.
It was like once every couple months. Now all the time. So this is
right now we actually I have a dinner with Teshi. He's the VP at the UFC. So
is he in town for this?
Yes, he's in town. Yeah. So he'll be at your event. He's making sure to.
He'll
go
be there
watch
being like, "Don't get injured. Don't get injured."
Yeah, definitely. So we have a dinner with him, and we want to partner with the UFC. I feel like every organization is trying to compete against them. I don't want to do that for many reasons. One, I'm a coach. I have a bunch of UFC fighters, so I don't want to do that. And I love the UFC. Why would I want to? If anything, I would want Dana White. I would want to be mentored by the guy. The guy's a genius, in my opinion. So, anyways, we partner with them. You'll be seeing them, shout us out on broadcast and collabing with the UFC account and all that stuff. So that's a really big thing for us right now, and we have dinner with him to finally lock that in.
Nice. Hell yeah. No, he's a legend too, man. He's done a lot for the UFC Fight Pass stuff. So
for sure, man. Everything that goes on in the background to throw an event is absolutely ridiculous. I had no idea what the hell it was, dude. When you guys I want to make sure you guys are treated well and everything. And I'm sure you guys are happy, but just making sure all the fighters are getting taken care of. There's no mess ups. This is wild stuff. Just on the other end, like being a coach and now becoming president.
A lot of fucking moving pieces, man.
No, it's fucking nuts, man.
You were doing it at your mom's house, and that was crazy. Now you're in a completely new country. So,
exactly. No, this year, actually, 70% of the events are going to be outside of the U.S. There's going to be major stuff outside.
Pakistan would be sick.
Yeah.
Pakistan's going to be interesting. Yeah, that maybe has to happen.
So he's back there full time.
He's at GOATSHED.
Oh, so he's still in South Florida.
No, he lives in he got his O1 visa. He
cool.
has 3 years living here, and then he'll become a citizen.
Good for him. That's awesome.
He set up his whole life. No, the guy's a genius. Let me tell you this. So he's making enough money, and he's making some investments already. So he bought 2 cars. He tours Turo. He rents them out. So he rents both cars out, and when he doesn't have a car, he just sleeps in the gym and trains in the gym. And then when there's a car available, he gets to drive again, and then he can Uber as well. Be a driver as well.
Oh, cool.
The guy's such a hustler. He's training all day. He's working. He's doing Uber Eats. He's renting out his cars. I mean, he made a real life for himself here in America. And he's killing it, man.
That's awesome, man.
He's one of the coolest stories, I think, in Karate Combat because he resembles like that guy that had nothing and really changed his life because of combat sports, and that's rare.
Yeah.
That's hard to find.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah,
I'll be the other story. I'll be the guy that had it all and ruined his life.
I actually met a guy
karate.
like that once too. When I was a kid, I was boxing in this gym. This was terrible, man. I was boxing in this gym, and there was a guy. He was like talking to himself in the corner, punching a bag. He was even headbutting the bag. It was very strange.
Yeah.
Headbutting the bag, talking shit to the bag. Just a weird dude, right? And my coach says, "You know who that guy is?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Roy Jones fought him for the world championship. He was a world champion boxer." And I'm like, "Bro, that guy lost all his money just doing all the shit Craig's doing."
History repeats
I
itself.
lose a bit of money headbutting the bag as well. You know?
Yeah. You're gonna be a legend, though. Okay, we will never forget.
Yeah, man, it's awesome to see what you've done for these fighters, man. You know, it's you've been doing it for a long time. How'd you get started with GOATSHED? Like, what was the inspiration behind that?
Well, you know what happened was I was a great amateur fighter. I won world championships twice and national championships in kickboxing, all this great stuff, and I was supposed to be this awesome pro. And when I turned pro, I started coaching and fighting at the same time, and that just did not work out for me at all, man. I don't know how you guys do it at the B team. It's
I
very
just don't
impressive.
coach them. That's how I do it.
Well, that's phenomenal. Yeah, great.
Sorry, Volkanovski, cool boys. You're on your own.
What ended up happening was I was coaching and fighting at the same time. My students were doing great, and I was just subpar. And my wife, at the time she was my girlfriend, she came up to me and she said, "Look, you're a fucking boy. You need to grow up. You're not coaching well because you're trying to fight. You're not fighting well because you're trying to coach." And she broke up with me for 9 months.
Oh, shit.
She dumped me and blocked me on everything. Absolutely everything, right? So for 9 months, I'm just trying to become a man. I'm like this man child trying to become a man. And I opened up GOATSHED an inspiration to her, and I wanted to earn her back. Finally, GOATSHED became successful very quickly because I had no idea I was good at social media and marketing, and all my fighters were winning. Actually, our first year, we went 29-0 professional fights. It's wild.
Yeah.
So the guys were just killing it, and I was great on social media. So I finally had a master plan to get my wife back. I downloaded a dating app called Hinge, right? That's how you find serious relationships. And I put my demographic to, I pretended I was Hispanic and 6'3". I assumed that's what she wanted. So I made this whole thing, which I imagined what was her type. So I put 6'3", Hispanic, 210 pounds, whatever, athletic. We're swiping. I found my wife. I prayed to God. I swiped. She matched me. We pretended we didn't know each other. We started from fresh.
Oh, fuck, that's it.
And we got married, and she's been everything for me. Now she works for the company as well. Without her, nothing would work.
Awesome.
She's a contract attorney. She's the manager for my fighters. She sacrifices for them. It's difficult. A significant other, sometimes they pull you away from work.
Yeah.
She dives into it. She was up till 5 a.m. working on karate combat last night on her laptop while I'm sleeping. But without her, nothing would have been possible. I feel like absolutely blessed to have her by my side.
Dude, yeah, that's awesome. You definitely have been killing that aspect of the game too. Like, no one does marketing like you, which is interesting. Like, GOATSHED blew up follower-wise like this.
Well, he's a good marketer. If she believes he's 6'8", the man can sell.
It works.
Yeah,
It works.
definitely,
I put 6'3" on my license. I'm not 6'3" either, bro. Somebody, I tell them I'm not tall. Like, no way. I pull out my license. Like, wow, you're 6'3". Dude, girls are 5'7". They're not gonna know any better.
Man, I gotta ask you a very good question actually right now, because obviously you're with BJJ World and BT. You're doing great things on social media front too and media. Craig, you're a fucking phenom as well, right? Let me ask you guys a question. So, as a president right now, everyone seems very happy. John Anik, I was just with him. He absolutely loved karate combat. You were on Ariel Hawani. Hey, you're getting involved now. I mean, my first show ever, Volkanovski was there. Sean O'Malley was there. Everyone, Ilya Tapuri, everyone's there. Everyone seems happy. But man, I've never gone on Reddit in my life. I went on Reddit for the first time the other day. I got so depressed. They're like, oh, karate combat's tanking. They suck. Their shows are terrible. They're paying athletes to show up. They're just like, they've somehow twisted all the amazing things that are happening into some like horrendous monster.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like this evil dude. Now, I have a theory as to why I've become this evil guy. It might be the Jafar beard. It might be that I'm bald. I don't know what it is. My big nose. I don't know what it is. I look like the evil guy from 007 for sure. I'm not the good guy. You know what I mean? But man, they made me out into a monster.
Yeah.
My question is this: everyone loves you, Chris. Everyone loves you. I mean, I'm a huge fan. We're all huge fans. Do you get that same type of fucking angry crowd there? Like 20%, 15% of people.
I just lean into it. Like if I was the president, they were saying you ain't paying fighters, I'd make videos about how these guys can't afford to live and stuff. You know? No matter what it is.
Just giving stacks of money behind the scenes, just like
lean
a
into
$10 bill and just slap, pass it over. That's great.
I've been attacked on there a few times, but I get a free pass on a lot of things because I think no one thinks whatever I say is serious. You know?
Yeah.
I was actually. This is a funny thing. I was thinking the other day, like if something terrible happened to me, like if I got HIV or something, and I had to make a public statement, no one would believe me.
No,
nobody
would.
Of course not. Crazy.
It wouldn't change your life at all. Everybody would still know.
They'd be like, "Nah, you shouldn't make fun of this."
You're sponsored by the best testosterone company in the world, Evertitan. You say your stack, people comment, "There's no way he's on
they don't
steroids."
believe
It's amazing.
it.
Really?
It's a cruel trick. They're like, look at him. He couldn't be on steroids.
Man, it's such an essential part of life, in my opinion. I'm a big steroid user. I don't drink water. I'm caffeine and test. Caffeine test, some peptides maybe, but that's life.
I just don't do the peptides because I have to do it every day, and
I actually, this morning I had these red marks on my side. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm going a little too heavy. Because I decided, they told me not to do this. I doubled up for the first 2 weeks because I thought, fuck it, why not, right? I want to abuse it a little bit and find out what happens. So I have these red marks. I definitely not going to double up anymore. At least not every day, right? Yeah. So maybe in one syringe, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You lead the way though, because you're the canary in the coal mine, you're like, I'll double up so other people know what happens.
Exactly. Oh, I'm doing a great thing for the community.
Exactly.
See, you do that a lot, man. You're doing things for the community. That's what I love that. Man. That's great.
Oh, fuck, that's fucking good.
Yeah, definitely.
Freddie's on the TRT too, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
People won't believe it, so that's good. That's good.
You've gained weight though.
I have, 10 pounds, 15 pounds. But I haven't lifted.
Why are people so against it? It's no problem. I mean, look, in combat, as far as punching goes, I don't know.
I get that, yeah.
I'm going to remain neutral for now. I'm not even going to make a I don't know. It would be kind of cool to have the first league that you actually are forced, you have to juice. Can you imagine?
It's like a superhero league.
I want to,
league.
But I want them to show, you know what I mean? Because there's taking juice, there's taking juice and then there's taking a crazy amount. So what I'd love is where it's legal, but you get to know what they're taking. Because you could take 200 milligrams a week. That's a higher TRT. But then you got guys out there that might take fucking a gram a week. You know what I mean? Those are not the same things.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But people that don't do
I had
juice,
a full head of hair before I started my TRT journey. It all fell off.
All right, we'll go karate combat in Turkey.
Okay. Oh, man, you don't understand. Now that, karate combat absolutely changed my life. I was a coach, really putting everything I made back into my fighters, and now thank God, I'm living a more decent life. And I told my wife, the first thing we need to do, I need to go to Turkey, and I need to get this fixed. You guys don't know what it is to live like a bald man.
I'm on my way.
So you're gonna find out we're treated different. If we go to a restaurant for a reservation, all of a sudden you're waiting 10 extra minutes. It's shocking. If you're on the street and you see another bald man, you guys nod. We nod at each other because we know the struggle. No, BLM, Bald Lives Matter, has been a huge thing I've been pushing on people, and people don't respect. See, even you guys are laughing. One day when you're bald, you will know it will not be a funny thing for you.
Karate combat. We're going to Turkey.
Let's go, Turkey. Yeah.
They've sent me those messages before. I've been going out to go have a few drinks or something, feeling good about myself, and I'll get a message from a clinic in Turkey being like, "Hey, we'd like to sponsor your hair
No
transplant."
way. Are you serious? So if I get big enough.
I know one guy that they offered, I won't say who, but they offered him $100K. They said, we'll pay you $100,000 to get a hair transplant.
That's phenomenal.
Would you do it? Would you really do it?
For some cash, I'll do it.
For the cash, you do it?
Guys, if you're...
But if they just said for free, no cash...
I've already got the free. I'm not doing it for free.
Gotcha.
I want some money out of it.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's it.
Do you get to pick what your hair looks like? Would you get it curly? Would you just...
I don't know. They're taking your hair and giving it back to you, so I can't... it doesn't just become curly.
I thought they
unless they're taking it from my pubes or something.
I thought they got to it's 2024. Maybe we got technology that gives you a nice set of luscious hair
from back here and put it on.
Oh, that's all it is. Okay.
Gotcha.
I want a man bun. That's my thing. By 2025, I need a man bun and lean into this evil character more. I feel like.
But you got the president, Dana White. What is it? You were going by Dana Brown.
So actually, I think you're gonna love this marketing thing. My student made this up.
That's fucking funny.
So yeah, Dana Brown was what I started off with. Yeah, hell yeah, man. There's a Dana White. There's a Dana fucking Brown. Why not, man? And everyone seemed to love it. Then I transferred it over. President Austin.
Yeah. No, that's more professional. But I think you look like a villain. That's a good thing.
I think
the president of
so,
a fight league is gonna be a bad guy.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, no, I was wrong. I was just saying every great president of a fight league has been bald. It's not quite true. Vince McMahon, which is the greatest fight league of all time, probably the WWE.
Probably, yeah.
And I mean, because he had that head of hair, he got away with a lot of things for a long time.
For a long time.
He got away with a lot of
things. If he was bald, he would have gone down quick.
He would have gone away with
You're
that
damn
for
right.
sure, for sure.
You're damn right. Yes, sir.
I mean, you look trustworthy. If Ethan Grelenstein ran the league, I'd be like, fuck, I'm not getting paid. He'd offer $1,000 for sure.
Man, I've known Ethan since he started as a kickboxer at TriStar.
Yeah.
So I've known Ethan from back then. And I remember when he first started rolling, I rolled with him and I did really great because he was brand new. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, he wants to get into jiu-jitsu. And then I come back like 3 months later to TriStar, and the guy's just him and Taza are just murking me. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I've been doing jiu-jitsu 20 years, and these guys just started 6 months ago. It was absolutely nuts, man. Really talented dudes.
Him as a Jewish man can really own the sport for his people, because obviously Jewish people aren't going to get into grappling because there's no fucking money in it. You know what I mean?
That's a very good point. I didn't know he was Jewish. I should have thought with the Krelliston, obviously.
You haven't seen him in the shower then, have you?
No, unfortunately, I haven't been lucky enough. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he was trying to get on this, man. He was like, dude, if you're up there, let him know I want
Man, what sucks is Ethan was the first person I texted because, like, one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all the people I know involved. One, because a lot of the people I know are really great connections, you know, like, hey, like you guys. But also, like, I want to show some loyalty to the people that brought me up and started with me, and I really believe in them. Ethan, I've known him for so long. He was the first person that I hit up to do the show at the Kickback. What stunk was nobody wanted to compete with him.
Oh, shit.
And then I got flustered trying to find an opponent with a bunch of other fights that I just never got him a match. And then I didn't get him a match this time. I feel like I kind of failed him. So I got to reach out, and I'm going to get him on a card. I got to make it a mission.
It's the worst to be a guy like Ethan. I say that in a kind way because it's like he's really good. But not, like, his skill level doesn't match his popularity. So it's like that's the worst matchup. Someone that's more
I totally understand what you're saying. He's totally overrated, is what you're saying, right? In other words, is that what you're saying?
As in his skill set's so high, it's higher than his popularity.
Oh, I got you. He's
It's
underrated.
It's not a risk we're taking.
It's like it's a bad match to take because you're like, fuck, the guy's good.
Everyone said no.
Gain a ton of clout
I couldn't
from
believe it. Everyone said no. I reached out to some really great competitors. That I don't want to, throw their name out there, but geez, I was shocked. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. Okay, no problem.
I mean, from my matchmaking perspective, I look at it like, say Techi calls me, he's like, what do you want? I was like, well, we can have, the pay will be up here if the guy's really good and not famous, you know what I mean? And the pay will be much lower if he's very famous and not very good. Yeah. That's how I...
But it makes sense. Like, that's what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? The value you bring. I mean, to be honest, I wish more athletes, I'm sorry to kiss your ass so much, but still, I wish more athletes would follow that kind of objective as far as, like, you're such a pleasure to work with because you're going to promote the show. Yeah. Like, what's awesome about us right now becoming a powerhouse is Karate Combat has an insane platform, like a sick platform. You have a crazy platform. So we're just combining forces right now, and we get this remarkable, like, unique event.
And it's fun.
Exactly. But most events, I assume you're carrying it on your shoulders. And that probably...
And I mean, sometimes you can't even have fun with your opponent because you're like, fuck, he's actually a nice guy. I feel bad. Fucking with like Lovato, I can't say anything. I'm like, he's a stand-up.
He's a stand-up guy. Yeah, he is, man.
Marigali, on the other hand, you throw some shade his way, he doesn't even know what you're saying. You know what I mean? He looks at me, he doesn't know what he's thinking either.
Yeah, definitely.
And not a lot of guys want to go back and forth with you on the.
That's what happens. Either. Sometimes I go back and forth, and then they try it a little bit, and then they say, "That's it. I'm not going to say anything about Craig ever again." And now it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, you are a little very creative, sharp with it. They can't match that. What's funny is actually you guys are gonna find this hilarious. I just made a viral video the other day, so I was on the flight really bored, and I took a flight to Tallahassee. I cornered one of my main athletes in the main event at Combat Night, and after my athlete won the fight, the girlfriend walked in pissed off and started cursing us out in the cage and throw a hissy. It was nuts. I was so shocked at how she reacted, and she started posting things online and all this stuff. So I'm flying back, and I'm a great editor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do it too much anymore because I'm working. But so I'm sitting on the airplane. I'm like, she's gonna go crazy. So I'm editing this video. When we land, it took a while. It took a couple of hours. I posted this thing. dude, everyone collabed on it. Haymakers, all these big accounts. It's over 1 million views in 24 hours. She's furious at the promotion for collabing with it. She's going nuts right now. But it's like,
But her guy won or lost?
no, lost. We won, and then as a sore loser, they came in, and she's actually a really cool person, like a great fighter. I don't know why she did that, but she just gave me the golden material, and I wasn't gonna use it. But man, her and her team started trolling on social. And I'm like, guys, why would you pick this fight with me? Why would you do this with me? You're gonna lose 10 out of 10 times. It's the same with Craig. When they're talking shit to Craig, they're gonna lose. You are not gonna win this battle. Like
you have to use that. You know, I feel bad if any time someone's missus gets involved, it's like, oh, you're done now.
That's bad.
That's fucking bad.
Definitely. No,
That really hurts. Now the guy's covering it.
And it sucked for him because he was such a great fighter, and he was so nice, and he hugged us and shook our hands, and he was such a wonderful dude. And she just went over the top with it. Like I didn't understand it at all.
How can she be angry that he lost? You know,
I don't know. It was very strange. But hey. That's the sport. We're in a high egos in this sport. You know what I mean? Like, people get wild with it for sure.
That's a tough conversation to have with their missus after. It's like, please don't fucking do that again. You made it worse for me, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. I feel bad for him, but he's a great guy. Actually, I'm gonna get him a fight in karate combat because he performed so well. I was actually impressed.
Put her in the corner.
No. Well, more content, right? More content, sure. Make sure she comes.
Give her the coach's can.
Yeah, definitely.
Coach's can. Mic her up for the entire match.
Dude, that would actually be sick. You know, if like you got two guys that have crazy girlfriends and you had a camera on them while they fight.
Oh my God, that's a genius idea. Actually, they should have that, like girlfriend cam.
Get them drunk, give them drugs, and then.
They fight right
that's
after.
a good idea.
Yeah, then the girls
they fight for the honor
sick.
right after.
Definitely.
That might be fun. Got to get the commission to sign off on that.
Yeah, definitely.
That might be tough. That might be tough.
That would be
Man,
fun.
the commission is now they're cool with me because I'm a president of a league. But man, I was doing some wild stuff in the UFC.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw some of the videos.
I've seen some videos of you like
ESPN posted
Combate.
Oh well, that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe you guys will recognize this video. ESPN posted this. So my athlete, I promised her if she won her fight, it was such a big fight in the UFC,
I know what you're talking about.
I would twerk with her.
Yep.
Okay. So we got in the handstand. We started twerking. And, I gave her a little smack. My wife, this was approved, it was okay. And ESPN posted, the commission freaked out about it, whatever. Yeah. A couple months passed, I had another fighter fight, and as she was, as my athlete was winning the fight, I get on a selfie, and I go on live Instagram, and I'm just talking shit like, we're going to submit this person to this, whatever. I'm just talking about shit. ESPN records that and posts that. You're not allowed to film yourself right during the bouts. You're not allowed to do that. I didn't get in trouble. I think, I have a little extra leverage with the presidency right now, so I'm getting away with things, but...
They let it slide.
Yeah.
They let it slide. I'm trying to think of now, those were all natural. I'm trying to think of crazy ideas now to do. I don't know.
I feel like you've done a lot, so it's gonna be hard to top off some of the stuff you've already done.
We have a big fight, actually. So this weekend, this is the biggest fight in the history of my fight team, okay? So my athlete's fighting under the title fight in the UFC. We've never made it that high up on a card, so it's really big. We're fighting the hometown hero. We're fighting a great Mexican fighter. My athlete is actually the second youngest kid in UFC. He's 20 years old, 13-1. So we're taking that on. I'm trying to think of a viral moment, but it's what Craig said. The guy's so fucking nice, man. Mexican fighters are so nice, and it's hard. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to push this kid around a little bit. Like,
how to provoke him, eh?
Yeah, I gotta provoke him a little bit. I don't know what to do.
It takes two to build fights up too.
It does.
Like, it's hard when it's you're so good on one side and the other person's. It's hard.
And that's why Phil Rowe is actually really awesome, right?
Oh, fun, yeah.
He's been killing it on his side of things.
He's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, man. He's really great to have, for sure.
And he's tough. Hey, good on him. He takes some of the best grapplers on the world on these matches.
Nicky Rod couldn't submit him? Sucked in Nicky Rod?
Wait, I didn't know that. Nicky Rod couldn't submit him?
They had a match, he didn't submit him.
Wow.
So that's inspired me. If I submit
that's
Phil
the reason
Rowe,
he took the match.
I'm going to insult Nicky Rod a lot. And then proceed to
You got to do it. You got to do it, man. We got to figure out something, whether you're competing or not. I would love to have you as some sort of ambassador, just coming to the, I don't know what we could do, but you call events perfectly. You give a narration.
After this one, if it goes to plan, Gabi Garcia's getting the call.
Okay, that's what we got to do. I don't know if they'll accept that in Dubai.
We're going to have to settle this man to man.
Oh, God. Yeah.
She just came out of retirement. She was laying dormant for 9 months, I believe.
Yeah.
Really? She's hibernating. She's a big girl.
Got out, scratched her back, and she's back into it, eh?
Do you know what promotion?
She's out of retirement, then?
Yeah, like she's coming back. Do you know what promotion she's coming back for?
Probably some Japanese shit, eh?
It's like for a title fight or something. I was shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, she messaged me out of the blue the other day saying, I will smash you.
You're a liar. There's no way.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That's such a strange...
This is really, for real, about
really?
a year and a half in the making.
This is very strange.
Yeah. They have this sort of love-hate relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll
amazing.
read the conversation. Let's see. Where is she? She messaged me saying, bitch. And I wrote, fuck you, ducking me. And she's like, I'd go smash you, bitch. And I said, use lube. And then she said, I'm better, 3 months depressed, bad. I've recovered now. I still won't smash you. I don't talk to anyone for 3 months. I've been in bed. I said, if you smash me, then go back to regular man, you'll be depressed again. That's the conversation, eh?
Yeah. I wish she had one of her sound bites, bro. Her sound bites are incredible, man.
Oh, her voice notes?
Yeah, those are so fucking good.
The two strangest voice notes I received would be Gabi Garcia and Alex Jones. The combination of
That's
those.
two polarizing figure right there.
He tried to get me back on InfoWars the other day because I met Zuckerberg at the fights and he wanted to ask me about it.
Oh, that was actually really interesting. That was kind of shocked there on that walkout.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Folks and him are friends, so he had asked to come. He asked Zuck to come and said, "Hey, walk out with us." You know, like,
He was, dude, the fact that he was putting his hands out to help you guys with the garments, that was really humble from a guy like him. You know, you guys were sweet. You didn't pass it over to him, but the fact that he kept putting his hands out, I was like, whoa, what a nice
like some
guy.
dirty clothes. Eh?
Yeah, but he was down for it. He's like, no problem, I'll help out. Like, wow, that's a really down-to-earth type of guy, man.
He carried Ilya's shit after the fight, though. Unfortunately.
Oh, you're okay. Oh, man.
We were joking around because there was some shit people were talking about that Ilya in one day gained 600,000 followers. So either him or someone, because obviously someone could buy it for him. So we were joking about it. We're like, fuck, Zuck, delete him. Delete those.
Well, there's no way that you could gain 600,000 followers in a day. That's not going to happen. That's like the amount of pay-per-view sales that happened.
Yeah, he just...
He took like 100% of the pay-per-view sales as followers. That's impressive. Never heard of that statistic.
He
Good for him.
He gained a lot of real ones after this, maybe. I don't know.
No. Of course he did. Yeah, of course he did. 600,000, I would be shocked, but that's if you did it, phenomenal for him, man.
That's why we're like, yo, Zuck, fucking sort this out. Come on.
That's
what we actually brought you here for.
Yeah, definitely did.
People ask me all sorts of weird shit. They're like, did you touch him? Is he cold? Like an android or something? They're asking me all sorts of things about Zuck.
Wow. Okay. I'd never heard of that one. Sure.
They think he's a robot. You know?
Did you ask him to remove the shadow ban?
I only had
have a
that
shadow
once.
ban?
No, I had it once for the for the
You're like,
Nazi
hey,
shit.
just put me. You gotta this. Like, tell him your profile. Just pass for everything. You can post whatever.
There should be extra too. Extra protection. You know?
Exactly.
Man, you know what's crazy? Now they talk about shadow ban. So GOATSHED, obviously, we're big on social media. That helps a lot us to stay active. Like my fighters get a bunch of fights because the organizations know they're going to go viral. We fought for one organization, CFFC, and the photographer sent us photos of the fight. I posted the photos. They flagged it. My account almost got deleted, and I got shadow banned for like 4 months, man.
Yeah, now it tells you if you're shadow banned. Now it says it comes up, it's like, your shit's not going to be recommended for the next. So it actually tells you now.
No, it was nuts, man. I messaged the president. He didn't really want to help for whatever reason, but Jesus, dude.
So they just like flagged you for copyright or something?
Yeah, for copyright. But I'm like, yo, you gave me the photographer gave me these videos like I'm promoting your event. It was very strange, man. So I think some organizations are still old school. They don't get social media. Like, yo, we're helping you. We're giving eyes on you, right?
There was a lot of jiu-jitsu promotions like that for a while. We're not down to let anybody else promote.
It's just strange.
It's like, hey,
makes
we're
no
trying
sense.
to make you bigger, man. You know,
like honestly, like guys like him or actually all three of us, we get more views than the organization usually.
For the most part,
you know, right? For the most part. So it's kind of strange to like take content away from people.
So hey, we're trying to help each other out, man. It's big enough for all of us here.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
My biggest views are Dirty Underwear in Japan, Ladyboys. Those are the heavy hitters for me.
Honestly, I watched it like 7 times. My wife loved it. I mean, it was a family video. We showed it to everybody. The gender reveal, my whole family saw that. My mom, my stepfather, everyone loved it.
Some of your
For the
best
record,
work.
we lied about 2 of the genders because I wanted to mess with people. I didn't want them to know.
Oh, thank God. I sort of panicked a little bit because there was a couple and I was like,
The last one was a girl.
Okay.
Officially a girl, yeah.
Okay, good, yeah. I mean, that was one of the hottest dudes I've ever seen if that was a dude. You know? I was actually impressed. That's a hot dude.
The cameraman checked what was under the hood.
Okay, well done.
And then the most masculine one was actually a dude.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think I hit 80% on that, so I'm glad. I was scared a little bit, like you're saying. I
Yeah,
was
of
like, man,
course.
fuck, my eye's not as good as I thought it was.
No, I mean, it's scary right now. Like in Miami, Miami's getting big for that. You know, I saw this lady the other day, and giant ass. I mean, found out it was a dude. He had the nicest ass I've ever seen. It was shocking. I've showed it to multiple friends.
Yeah.
Like I'll be at my gym, be like, look, did you see this? And they're like, yeah, she's hot. I'm like, yeah, it's a dude. Like, that's the hottest dude I've ever seen. It's wild. It's crazy what's happening out there.
Yeah.
The culture's different, eh? The Ladyboys over there, they're still one of the boys. They have a laugh, they have a joke. The trans women in America, they're a proper woman. They're not laughing at shit. You know? They don't laugh at any jokes.
Right.
There's no banter at all.
Yeah.
They left too much of the manliness behind. You know?
You are right. I didn't even realize that. That's true. They're
That's the
very
culture
open
different,
about
yeah.
it over there.
Yeah, they love it, eh? I think they're cool. They're just plenty of dudes over there fucking them. They're just like, yeah, you got a lot of self-esteem, you know? They're down for a joke.
That's exactly what it is. That
Very
is the
comfortable.
difference.
Very
That is the
comfortable,
difference.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
for
fucking
sure.
amazing.
For sure.
I've met a lot of them, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Depends how you look at it.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, that's amazing, man. When are you going back to visit some of your Ladyboy friends?
Well, those ones, the ones with the wake-up call and the gender reveal, they were in the Philippines. I don't know when I go back to the Philippines.
Why were you in the Philippines again?
We have a friend out there, so we went to see our friend John. And then the story of the wake-up call is actually like, we're out there to see our friend. My other friend Seth, absolute coward of a human being. Fucking, he says he's jet lagged, so he goes to bed early. Not one of the boys, you know? So me and John, we're out roaming the streets of the Philippines, and we stumble across a strip club. We go inside, and we just said, hey, what if we bring these... Well, he said, hey, we should bring these fucking 10 ladies, boys, back to the house to wake up Seth. And I was like, we should absolutely do that. And then we did it. But we wanted to add some more lady boys in there at the same time, so we had to get the strippers calling up. We had to get them on the horn. They were like calling them in. And then as we started walking back to the hotel, I was like the Pied Piper at Ladyboys. They just started coming out of the woodwork to follow us. And then we went back to the hotel, and the hotel just took all their IDs. Props to that. They take the IDs as you go up, because I guess in case these bitches steal anything, they can't leave until you say, hey. So we go up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, they got it. They're professional.
They got it down. Yeah, they got it down.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they run a tight operation. So then, yeah, the Ladyboys came in, woke him up, stole a bunch of our shit, but we got it back. They were stealing everything. So laundry detergent, like spam, everything. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Out of principle, we got it back. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
great.
my
That's
God.
awesome.
They didn't need the laundry detergent. Their clothes smell great. Fantastic.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Shit's expensive these days.
They stole some of our Valium. That really hurt. Yeah.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah. That's what you need around Ladyboys, you know? If you
Yeah,
made a
yeah.
mistake.
Just hanging out with the boys, man. Just hanging out with the boys.
We'll be back. We'll be back to the Philippines for sure.
Definitely. I got to do an Asian tour. I plan to do that with Karate Combat.
Dude, that would kill it.
Yeah, we'll get over. I don't know why we haven't done that.
Do it in Bali. Bali's a spot. That's a good spot.
Well, one thing we're planning to do in Dubai. So a long time ago, there was an athlete named Mitsuyu. Oh shit, forgot his name. The hell was that guy's name? Anyways, this dude did a karate 3-on-3 karate versus Muay Thai, and actually they went 2-1. But this was like in the 1800s, so they're still holding on to this. They're like, yo, karate's better than Muay Thai. It's like, oh, that was 200 years ago, you know, like we have to find out what's happening now. So in Dubai, that's my plan. To put 3 karate guys versus 3 Muay Thai guys, kind of find out which is the superior striking art, you know?
Yeah, that would kill it up that way.
Yeah, for sure. That's the idea, to repeat that. It's been 200 years, so we need that experiment again, you know?
Fuck, that'd be sick.
They've been holding on that for a while.
Yeah, they have.
If I was karate, I'd do the same as well. You know?
Exactly.
I'd be like, we won 200 years ago. Get fucked.
Just leave it at that.
We don't
We don't have to redo
Who
that.
do we have to prove?
We're starting a YouTube series too. I want to start something called Dojo Storming, and I just want to invade gyms on their sparring day without them knowing.
Oh, shit.
And just bring like 10 UFC fighters to like, you know, gyms with like small children, just destroy them. Just like little kids with black belts, just beat the shit out of them. You know, like I think it would be a great content, and people would love to see it. So we got this Sprinter van. We decked it out with Karate Combat logos. You know, it's like a movable podcast.
Yeah, the bang bus, correct?
Yeah, there you go. And we're just gonna travel the world, just beating up like, you know, little Mac dojos.
Yeah.
That's the
Little
plan.
fucking 12-year-old black belt.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we got to be done with that. So karate at one point was like a savage art, man, and it kind of lost its steam a little bit. So that's what we're trying to bring back, and I think that's why you guys loved it so much. It's like blood sport, man.
Yeah, that was sick. I felt like that was a fucking. I like watching it from above. I feel like I'm in a coliseum.
Well, okay, we didn't do it in time, man. What stinks is there's so many great ideas, we just didn't get it done in time. So the venue we originally chose. When we got here in person, it was just not the venue we were expecting. And Karate Combat needs to make an impression, right? Especially because you're a special guest. So we changed venues last week. Nobody knows this. It looks like an abandoned prison. You guys are gonna be shocked. It's 3 floors of just gray cement walls. It's terrifying, like really terrifying. Yeah. We thought about handing orange jumpsuits out to each person that gets a ticket, so that way it just looks like prison, Mexican prison fights, man. That's what we wanted to do. Yeah. But the orange suits didn't come in time, but it's okay. It's gonna be dressed up crazy, and it still feels like you're fighting in a fucking prison. Like it's absolutely insane. So you're gonna love it.
Can't wait to see it.
Oh, definitely, man.
You don't pull turtle in a prison. You know?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Don't want to play bottom there, that's for sure.
But hey, look, we did this out here. Look, I chose. I know you let me have free reign of where we did this podcast. You know,
Fuck yeah.
I had to pick a place with cacti, which by the way is the plural. It's not cactuses.
Plural,
It's cacti.
Yeah.
We got cacti. We got Mexico City in the background. I wanted to honor the El Segundo podcast.
Yep.
So thank you for having me on.
Well, the size and shape, that's what actually jogs my memory about Gabi Garcia, to be honest.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck, dude. Well, let's plug it out, man. Where can people follow you? Where can they support you? Let them know.
Okay, man, I would say, guys, follow at Karate Combat, or you can follow my personal at President.awesome. You know, I mean, I'm posting constantly, like crazy announcement, crazy content. And if anyone DMs me, I'm actually taking those suggestions for real. You know, and I'm trying to make innovative ideas all the time. So anything you guys suggest, hit me up. And also, the army Craig Jones has behind. Check out the Reddit comments on Karate Combat. Those fucking trolls. I'm done with those trolls. They're pissing me off.
Don't let them win. Don't let them win.
No, they can't win, man. They can't win. We're working too hard. We're doing great things. So please, go on Reddit and fucking battle them for me. Like, put on your armor, your shield, take the sword out, and let's go.
That's it. El Segundo, live from Mexico.
Thank you for listening to the El Segundo podcast. Don't forget, Fat Cry Jones.